These are some great sounding in-ear headphones. Let's check them out. Dave Taylor here, and this time I'm checking out these. These are the Beyerdynamic Blue Byrd in-ear headset with sound personalization. Now, where does the name come from? I don't know. Maybe it's from that Paul McCartney song. Or maybe it's named after Charlie Byrd, a very famous jazz musician. Or who knows, it's totally unrelated, right? It's B-Y-R-D anyway, so that's obviously going to be slightly different anyway. But here's what's important, is these are some really terrific sounding little in-ear headsets. And as they are typical for this design, there's the 3-button control on the side, and it has a USB-C charging system, which is interesting. You don't see USB-C very often. And then these little inline guys, I assume, are battery of some sort. So basically, you flip it over your neck, you find the two ends, you put them in your ears, and then you pair them with whatever device you're using. And then, of course, you have the controls and the microphone conveniently right by your mouth. I'm going to actually leave them out of my ears. It sounds weird when you're talking with them in your ears. And whether you have an Android phone or whether you have an iOS iPhone, you then can use the Mosaic sound personalization system, which is in the MIY app. And here's just a couple of quick screenshots. You can simply enter your age and it'll actually do a sound profile based on probably what your hearing is at your age. Or you can actually go through a 6-minute sound test where it does different frequencies in each of your left and right ears, and it creates a custom sound signature just for you and your actual hearing. Obviously, the second one is going to give you better results, but if you don't have the patience or you're already in a noisy environment, because it needs to be super quiet for you to do the hearing test properly. So if you're already in one of those environments, you can still get the benefits. And what I really like is you can then actually play with it and you can see, what does it sound like if I give it a lot of the personalized sound profile versus maybe just a little bit? Now, I will warn you, if you max out and get the maximum possible results, then I have found there's a little clipping. So, depends on the music, depends on the volume. But if that's the case, just step it down a little bit and you'll find it works a lot better. Now, the earbuds themselves, or in-ear headphones, whatever you want to call them, support a ton of different capabilities. So they have aptX for you Android lovers, and they have AAC, which is the preferred sound profile for the iPhone series. And they also support SBC, AVRCP, HFP, HSP, SPP, etc. Honestly, this is just alphabet soup. I don't think these acronyms actually mean anything. I know they do. It's okay. In terms of the actual audio capabilities itself, they have a remarkable performance of 10 to 25,000 hertz, which is way more than I can hear, and I'm guessing probably more than you can hear, but you get this really rich, deep bass and nice, sweet highs. It's not shrill, it doesn't hurt your ears, you're not going to be like racing to lower the volume or anything, which of course you can also do with the inline controller, but I tend to use it on my phone, but that's my whole story and that's how I use it. So, in any case, so 3-button control, remote, super easy to work with, 6-hour battery life on a full charge, depending on what kind of music you listen to. And I found that they had extremely low latency. In fact, they say on the box that they are low latency with Qualcomm aptX. And the low latency is not just marketing hype. I watched some streaming video on both devices, and in both cases, it was absolutely in sync. And that's really nice, because a lot of times with these Bluetooth headphones or Bluetooth headsets or in-ear buds, whatever, you get a quarter or a half a second of latency, and that can really ruin your watching experience. Now, I don't watch a lot of movies on my phone, but when I want to watch a video or something, I really want to be able to have everything in sync. It's very strange otherwise. Now, in addition to the headphones themselves, it comes with a very nice hard case, and in the hard case, it actually has 5 different sizes of ear tips, which is great because you really want to take the time to find exactly the right size for your particular ears. And it has a USB-C charging cable, and of course the case itself is really nice. It's small. Easy to slip into a pocket. You can have it in your back pocket and it's going to be fine. Or obviously you can put it in your bag, briefcase, book bag, whatever, and it's going to just protect everything. My guess is that once you actually have the right size ear tips and everything, you're probably just going to be carrying this unit, but it has space for more if you need it. So I like the case. I don't usually like these sort of cases, but this one's nice and very slim. It's not square, it's not chunky. Well done. So really, let me just talk about the sound now. I've already sort of mentioned it, but let me just say they sound dynamite. They sound really, really good. I mean, like, it's hard to believe that they're at the price point they're at, because these sound like they're $500 units or something. And they're not. They don't cost anywhere near that much, but they have a full, rich sound. They have a nice sound stage, which means if I close my eyes and I'm listening to a jazz quartet, I can point to the different musicians. That is not an easy thing for audio reproduction to do, right? And the highs sound good. The lows have a nice thump to them. So I was listening to some of the soundtrack to a Japanese movie, and lots of drumming, lots of taiko drumming and everything. And boy, it sounds super exciting. It sounded really good on these. There's really a lot to be impressed with. And yet, they're beyerdynamic, so it's not like it's a huge surprise that they know what they're doing and they know how to produce really good earbuds and really good headphones. So they have definitely accomplished it with these Blue Byrds. Now, before I get to the price, and you'll definitely want to know about this, I want to ask if you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It's just a little button, one click, one tap away, and now you're subscribed and you'll be able to catch all my reviews. Really appreciate that. Cool. Now, these are the Beyerdynamic Blue Byrd in-ear headphones, and they are $149 at beyerdynamic.com. And you know what? At that price, they are kind of a steal. And not only that, but one of the other things I didn't mention is that they are designed, they have what they call their stay flat design. So once it's in your ear, it's actually a remarkably flat. It doesn't stick out. It's not uncomfortable at all. In fact, it's quite comfortable for hours of listening. And they look sharp. There's really a lot to like here. So I am a fan, and I think these are definitely worth you checking out. So Beyerdynamic Blue Byrd headphones, or in-ear headphones. And that means I'll catch you in my next video.